So David Williams of Wales is the referee. And we're underway in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. This one between boxers from India and Kyrgyzstan. The boxer wearing red is India's Deepak Kumar. Here just under his first name, as so many Indian boxers register themselves for tournaments. Amit Pangal is often known as just Amit. Vijender Singh, first Olympic medalist in Indian boxing, and he came away with a bronze in Beijing, was often just Vijender. Deepak following in that tradition. Deepak Kumar, his opponent, wearing blue, who's just been touched up by a good left-right combination, is Azat Usenaliev of Kyrgyzstan. 30 years of age. Deepak is 24. So Deepak looking to get over the front foot, proffering a low-held guard in his terrific reflexes and spinning off the line to score with a counter combination. Deepak content to box with that characteristic low-held guard, and you see the success that he has with it, that right hand flashing up from around his pec, and he's getting the better of these exchanges as Usenaliev trying to trigger off these attacks, but as he's punching in wide fashion, the punches of Deepak, even though they're landing with a bent arm, are altogether more direct, taking the shorter route to the target area. So midway through the opening round, Deepak just peering between his gloves as he got himself in punching range, didn't pull the trigger. Usenaliev looking for a counter right hand, but can't quite find the range. Beautiful left jab landed from Deepak. Then he drops it down and lands it to the sternum. And there's an example of just how much variety can be used from the lead left hand. It's not just from the shoulder into the top, the chin or the jaw of your opponent. Can put variety on it. Make the opponent guess where you're going to aim it, where is it going to land. Can open up a defense in so many ways with variety on the lead left hand. Beautiful left jab once again. It came up from the belt line and reared up like a cobra, snaking the head back of the man in blue, and it caused him some inconvenience as well. So Usenaliev keeping his composure in the pocket, but he's been beaten to the punch on a fairly consistent basis, just as he was there. He's swinging and missing, Deepak landing with his own lead left hand. Usenaliev tried to drop down with a straight right hand to the body, but was short of the mark, as Deepak just doing an outstanding job increasing the distance with quick feet. Heads come together as the two boxers look to move into short range. Backhand was a successful shot from Deepak once again. Closing stages of the first round, what has been a very good first round for my money, produced by the boxer in red, and he's used that lead left hand to terrific effect. He scored with it with some really eye-catching singles that have jolted the head back of his opponent, ensuring that there is no danger that the judges won't see that scoring lead left. Very good round of boxing indeed from Deepak, but how will the judges see it? Remember, 5 of them seated ringside using the 10-point must system, and all of them scoring in favor of the Indian boxer. So some of the action then from that first round.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Into the second round we go then. Deepak Kumar competing in his first World Championships. Azat Usenaliev comes to the ring as the reigning continental bronze medalist, losing to Shakabuddin Zorov at the semi-final stage in Dubai earlier this summer. He too very experienced on the continental stage and has competed in World Series boxing over the years as well. So plenty of experience under the belt of Azat Usenaliev, as he goes in search of his payback after conceding the opening round unanimously. Trying to get to work between the gloves of Deepak. When Deepak chooses to let his hands go, he's quicker to the mark. Two-shot combination, saw the right hand almost penetrate the defenses, but he's not keeping the attacks going, and there's the lead right hand that just disrupts, lead left hand that disrupts the forward motion of Usenaliev once again. So approaching the midpoint of this second round, Deepak moving to his left before changing direction and skitting away from the backhand. So Usenaliev trying to close the distance, trying to put his shots together in clusters. But Deepak doing a good job of just disrupting him with that lead left hand. Oftentimes, if there's a pregnant pause in the action, well, that left hand will come snaking out and more often than not find the target from the fist of Deepak. There he blocks the shot, but look at the counter left hand that he pushed out to get the better of that attempted trade-off. No success from Usenaliev before Deepak brought the backhand into play. So Usenaliev is finding this a tricky puzzle to solve here. So Usenaliev spoken to by the referee, Mr. Williams, about his responsibility to keep the head up. So Deepak electing to be economical with his punch output here, and that could give Usenaliev a combination to get an opportunity to get busy with combination punches in the closing seconds of this second round. There's a good right hand landed by Usenaliev, catching Deepak as he was coming in. Left hand in response from the boxer wearing red. And then a left jab just before the bell, which has been the best punch of the contest for Usenaliev through 2 completed rounds. So 2 rounds in the book, both of them scored unanimously in favor of Deepak. He's in a commanding position going into the third and final round. The lead left hand working very well indeed for him. Some of the action from round number 2.
Ring 8 seconds out. Ring 8, round 3.
So into the third and final round then. Whole host of World Championship experience under the belt of Azat Usenaliev. Made it through to the third preliminary round, where it was again Shakabadin Zoirov who eliminated him in Yekaterinburg 2 years ago. That's the caliber of opponent that it takes to beat Usenaliev. He's a very accomplished boxer indeed. As I say, experienced in World Series boxing. He's competed at World Boxing Championships all the way back to Baku 2011. 10 years on, still in the mix, still punching, still fighting to get the very best out of himself. And he comes to the ring as the reigning national champion of Kyrgyzstan. Excuse me, I said it was Baku 2011. He was indeed there, as was I, but it was actually Milan 2009, which is when AIBA style boxing returned to the AIBA style boxing went to 3 3-minute rounds. Once again, head guards were removed at Almaty 2013, and there you see that disruptive lead left hand from Deepak once again. So midway through the third and final round, and that lead left hand really is a thing of beauty from Deepak. He's been very economical with his punch output here. Remember, in a perfect 32, no buys in the first preliminary round. So 5 victories required to occupy the highest medal podium to win World Championship gold and indeed the $100,000 US that accompanies the prize, and is a belt as well. So the prize money introduced for the first time. We've got medals made out of solid gold for the champions and the championship belts. Good right hand causes Usenaliev to become disorganized. But again, so much experience. Good right hand from Usenaliev. He's not going to be phased, is what I was going to say, by the momentary inconvenience from the right hand. That caused his boxing stance to get in a little bit of a tangle. So closing seconds of a contest that has been negotiated very well indeed as Deepak spins off the line. And while the momentum carried Usenaliev through to the strands, Deepak was back in punching range in a flash and let his hands go. It's been a very good display of clever boxing from Deepak. Usenaliev not able to get to grips with him. And in his latest World Championships, have an outstanding AIBA boxing career that began on the global stage in Milan 2009. One suspects it's going to be elimination in the preliminary rounds once again, faced by Azat Usenaliev. But such is the draw when there are no seedings in operation. And there are no seedings because we've expanded up to 13 weight divisions here at Belgrade 2021. So let's get official confirmation then of a victory, which should send Deepak Kumar through to the second preliminary round.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 16, the ring A, the winner on points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the red corner, representing.
And there is confirmation of a comfortable, unanimous points decision victory for Deepak Kumar of India, eliminating Kyrgyzstan's Azat Usenaliev, taking all 3 of the rounds for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, but being declared a unanimous points decision victor. Very economical performance, suggesting that he's got plenty more gears that he can engage as he bids to make it through to the medal stages and indeed top spot on the podium in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. Some of the action from the contest.